card readings. So if you want some upliftment, you want to just stay here in the healing energy, because I always hold the intention for the highest light for everyone who comes on. You might just want some insight into a situation that you're struggling with at the moment. Um, so the way that I work is I read for the person at the top of the screen. When I finish with that person, it's the next person up. The top of your screen might look different to the top of mine because I'm working from my phone. So basically all of your names just pan out like in front of my face, and what's at the top of my screen, if you're on a computer, might not be what's on the top of your screen. So some patience um, is welcomed. Also, keep your heart open. Um, sometimes you could hear a message for somebody else, and it could really ping in your heart. It could feel like, oh, that feels like it's for me. Then just trust that that message then is for you, because Spirit will use as many avenues as possible to bring you a message, so that you can hear what you need to hear from them. Um, don't spam, so don't keep putting your name up, because I'll just let you scroll past. Um, that's it, I think. Just be respectful as much as possible. These are general readings, so they're not specific to any one thing. Um, so that's it. So who have I at the very top there? Loving Hypno ASMR. So what's your name? I'll just write you down as Loving. Hi to everyone who popped in there. Your messages kind of fade in and out. It's like a lag, so you'd have to be patient with me. Okay. So what is already within you? So there may be something there that it's almost like you're grasping, right? Do you remember, maybe an Irish thing now, but do you remember being small, like in Ireland? In Ireland, when I was little anyway, we'd try and catch butterflies with a butterfly net, and you're running after the butterfly, and it's just the fun of trying to catch the butterfly. We'd always let the butterflies go. But there may be a situation there, Sarah, where you're trying too hard to catch something. So you're trying to make something happen. You're trying to control something or someone, maybe even yourself. You're doing so much to try and make something happen. And oftentimes you have to, like, did you ever then just sit there and a butterfly would land on your hand or on your shoulder or on your leg or just in front of you? It's often when we're not grasping, when we're not trying to make something happen, we're not trying to get someone to look at us in a certain way or respond to us in a certain way, and we just let them be. We just kind of give them the freedom to show up however they want to, and then they may or may not come and land on our hand, so to speak. There may be something there where you just have to let go of control, and have some trust. So again, we have this energy of juggling, and you're very, like, your eyes are very focused on one particular thing. And the card's prompt is like, what do you feel? And trust yourself. So there may be something there where you're very much in your mind, Sarah. It could be that, your body, if you actually gave it a chance and kind of sank into the body and what the body is feeling, and check in with what the body is feeling, the body may actually feel very differently to what your mind is telling you should be feeling. Your body may be giving you a completely different message. So there may be something there to just maybe find a way to quiet the mind for a while and see where you're in a grasping state, where you're trying to make something happen. Like I always say, we're in an attraction-based universe. So if you're putting out the energy of, I don't have it yet, I don't have what I want, it's a wanting, it's a sense of lack. Okay, so just maybe work on that. That feels good, feels true. Happy years. Good woman. Okay, who have I next? Aoife, Brady. Aoife. Okay. Visualization, imagination, focus, experience, and manifestation. So we have another full moon in the card there. So full moons for me are always about completion. Okay. So what is it that you're focusing on right now, Aoife? Whatever it is, there's a lot of momentum behind it. There's a lot of energy behind it. Your ability to visualize is actually quite powerful. If you can't imagine, right, that there's almost like a tracking beam. I don't know if you're a Star Trek fan, but in Star Trek they have this kind of like this, it locks onto a starship or whatever and pulls it in. It's a tractor beam. So you're kind of the same in a tractor beam. So imagine the light going out from your third eye and see what it is you want in that beam of light. And then just imagine you're drawing it in. You're drawing it in. Just use that visual. You're pulling it in effortlessly. And then follow whatever prompts you get from spirit that oftentimes feel very spontaneous. True transparency, sincerity, and communication, honesty. So there's something there where you need to speak more authentically. So when you understand that our words, and we have sound again, music, silence, rhythm, vibration. So you're getting a very strong message around words, sound. So when you understand that words hold a frequency. You know, when they say you're spelling, spelling a word, spelling, literally spelling, you're creating spells with your words. And like, did you ever be speaking to someone and they're looking at you, they don't understand, and then you take a breath and you kind of go, okay, and then you give them the exact word that makes sense to them, and it's like a key, and it unlocks something within them, and they understand you, they understand where you're coming from. So there may be a sensation there, or a thing there where you have to find the exact words that make sense to you. So in communicating with other people, in communicating your wants, you first have to know what it is you want and know it truly before you can articulate it, before you can communicate it. My feeling is you're using words that maybe you think other people want to hear, or words you've used before. And what you need to do is find your authentic words, and then things will start to shift and change for you. Okay? Levy or Levy? Is Ach your name? So I hope that made sense. So I only write the names down because I forget them when I'm in the flow, and it helps to just look and make sense of it then for me. Okay. Okay. So we have Page of Swords. The energy of this card, again, is about being very clear in your communication in order to get something going, in order to get something moving. You're not flinching back from saying what it is that's in your heart. That's good, Aoife, I'm glad. It's not coming from, rushing to be understood or trying to get leverage over someone. It's genuinely coming from how you are feeling. So you're not shying away from saying something difficult. You can challenge someone and still be kind. If somebody says something that it's not ringing true for you, rather than sit there and nod along to be nice, you actually be kind and you say, you know what, that doesn't feel very good in my heart right now, or whatever way you want to say it. You can say, I don't actually agree with what you're saying. I can see how you might believe that, but that's not where I'm coming from. It's, it's getting more attuned to what feels vibrant for you. You're coming out of a period of seeing only what's going wrong, being disappointed, struggle. It's starting to come more in flow for you now, Ak. It's like, okay, things are starting to move. And Two of Cups. So in regards of relationship, this energy of being very clear and honest in your communication is very, very important. Whatever kind of relationship it is, it could be work, it could be romantic, it could be familial, but it's this energy of saying what's true, within you, and not sitting there nodding and then going away saying, that's not how I think, and that's not how I feel, to someone else. You say it, Akva, to whoever it's relevant to. Okay, so the next one there is Azade. I think it's Azade. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Okay, for those who are new here, I read for the person at the top of the screen. So my screen might look different to yours because I'm working from my phone. When I'm done with that person, it's the next person at the top. That's the fairest way I've found to do it over the years. So that's what I've stuck with. So Azade, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Wrong. Friendship. I'm deeply grateful for the gift of friends. My appreciation for them is endless. Now, as I read the word gift moved on the card. There may be something where you either don't feel appreciated by your friends at the moment, or you're not appreciating them. So there may be a situation there where you feel, not as close to them as you did before, or something has happened to create a bit of distance or a bit of rift. It's really up to you how you see the situation. You can still hold them in that energetic space of love, of kindness, of compassion. If their life is moving in a different direction right now, you allow it. It's when we struggle with it. We want it to be like it used to be. We want these people to be like they used to be, and they're in a different life situation or whatever, and then we put meaning on that. We're not as important. We don't mean as much to them as we did before, and none of that is true. It's just that their situation has changed. So it might be that you need to find things to be grateful for with the people that do show up in your life. Maybe you reach out to people that there's a bit of rift or whatever, and make peace there. Responsibility, self-discipline, empowerment, reliability, and fulfillment. So it might be something you just need to nurture within yourself right now. That sense of, okay, this is about me, it's not about them. I'm going to find where this is wounding me or where this is hurting me, and I'm going to take responsibility for it instead of projecting it out onto them, making it their fault, and making it their responsibility to make me feel good. You know what I mean? You take back that responsibility that nobody outside of you can give you really what you need. They can't. And we have Goddess Gaia, Mother Nature, the provider, the elements. So this came out in reverse. So there may be a situation where you need to ground yourself, where you need to reconnect with nature, reconnect with water, trees, look at the sky for a while, lie on the ground if you can, go to the beach and feel the sand under your feet, and hold the intention that you're going to deeply connect with the elements, deeply connect with the water in your glass, deeply connect when you're in the shower. When you're outside, if the sun is shining, you connect with the sun and you say, thank you. Thank you for activating my cells. Thank you for clearing out all those old patterns I don't need anymore. If you're in the rain, thank you for cleansing me. Thank you for cleansing my home. Thank you for cleansing my car. You reconnect. And when you do that, something profound happens. Like for me, it happened yesterday where I felt the very light in the room was a being. It was so profoundly beautiful. And we have all of this energy all around us all the time to make us aware that we are loved, that we are adored. But we go into our minds and we make a story about what's happening, and then we disconnect from all of this love that's available to us. So there may be something there where you need to reconnect in that way, my love, okay? Christina, Honeycut is next there. So I hope that made sense, Azade. Went on a bit of a ramble there. Okay, Christina. Okay, beautiful cards. So this is the second time Two of Cups has come up. So being aware of relationship, and I'm drawn as well to the energy of the bowls because they remind me of singing bowls, Christina. So it may be that some relationship in your life that is very important to you. It could be platonic, it could be romantic, but vibrationally you're different. You have a different kind of core vibration, or maybe you're like opposites, or you bring out the best in each other, or you challenge each other. And there's a call there to bringing more harmony, or more harmony coming into play, because you're attuning each other to higher frequencies by being together. So by being together, you actually accelerate each other. So there is that energy there then of holding each other in that energetic space, being grateful, being responsive to each other's needs. Ten of Swords means the end of a difficult time, an end of persecution, an end, and connecting with you, I have such a pain across the bridge of my nose. So maybe some psychic insights that are coming to you that you're not aware of, or that you're ignoring. There's something there that wants to come through. There's something there that wants to make itself known to you. The Ten of Swords is where you felt betrayed, like, that it's a really challenging energy in that card. So it's interesting that harmonic love card came first. It may be somebody has helped you through that difficult time. It may be that you are having more compassion for whoever was involved in that difficult time. And Six of Cups. So there's a lot of nostalgia there, looking back, in regards of moving on. Maybe there's something to learn. And the Tower. So a lot of changes, a lot of very big changes for you, Christina. And Ace of Cups. So there's a lot of changes around relationship for you. Moving on, taking a chance again on someone new, feeling like you have nothing to hold on to. Yeah. So if there's a situation where you have walked away in that way and everything feels like it's falling apart, know that you are walking towards an even greater love, an even greater understanding of yourself. And to stay with it, don't turn your head away from what's uncomfortable. Don't get stuck looking in the past either. Stay in the present moment as much as you can. Stay with what's showing up in your body. Stay out of the mind as much as you can. Okay, I know that can be challenging, especially if we want to ruminate on things, but there's nothing for you there. Okay, there's nothing for you ruminating and dragging up the past in your mind again. Go into your heart, feel whatever needs to be felt, and then go about your day. Okay? Okay. Just looking at your messages. Yes, I'm at peace. Good. Okay, so I have Ashy. Okay. Big hugs, Christina. It's difficult, but well done. Okay, Ashy. Reassess. Spirit of a sense of humor. They drew me straight to ass in that word. Can't see it there, but like reassess. So you have the right to change your mind. It could be literally, Ashy, that someone is acting like an ass and you need to, or that you've been acting like an ass and you need to change your perspective, take a step back and maybe reassess literally, if it's a person or yourself. Choice. There's definitely something big coming up there for you that maybe you've been very locked into it, and I see locking horns as well, so it might be that you're just very magnetically drawn to this person, but you know, maybe it's just sexual attraction or, you know, chemistry, but it's not everything that you need, you know, and move. There's a sense there of going forward on your path, maybe alone for a while to figure out what it is you want. Locking horns with someone, being drawn to drama, these are all things, and my butthole just got really clenched as well. That's always a sign of like not feeling safe, not feeling secure. And maybe you're looking in the wrong places for that, Ashy. Maybe you're looking for people to give you that sense of security and safety. No one can give you that. That has to come from trust. Trust the spirit within you. And this came up in reverse, awakening genius. Where are you holding back? Like where are you holding back from life, from yourself? Where are you saying, no, this is too scary, this is too big for me, I can't do this alone? Like where are you putting limitations on yourself in that way, Ashy? You need to really release that energy of fear. Ariadne, mistress of the labyrinth. My soul knows the way, and the only way out is through. There's something there where you have to really trust the path ahead. You're being asked to surrender your fear around it, to surrender the need to know exactly where you're going. You know, you're being asked to melt. And 111 is on my phone there. So you're being asked to melt into the divine, to melt into trust, to let go of doing. It's exhausting anyway. Trying to micromanage everything is exhausting. So it's up to you, Ashley, to let that go and trust that everything is aligned for you. Everything will happen then when you just relax and you say, you know what, I'm not going to push anymore. I'm not going to force it. I'm going to let it evolve the way it's meant to. There's a huge amount of peace comes with that. You know, it takes practice, because the urge is to do, the urge is to push. Okay, but you know you're well taken care of. Okay, who's next? Sorry, you faded out there. I'll have to wait for you to come back in. Okay, so Amanda Schmidt is next there. Amanda. Yeah, I've been trying to relax and trust. Yeah, so if you just take the trying out, Ashy, and you decide, okay, this is how I'm going to do it now. I'm going to trust. I'm going to believe that everything is lined up for me. I'm trusting now in this moment. And you just keep saying that to yourself. I'm trusting now in this moment. I'm completely taken care of. That may bring up a lot of emotion that you've repressed. It may bring up a lot of fear around trusting. And then you stay with the fear as well. And you're like, it's okay. We're all right now. We're grown up now. We can make a different decision. We have all these protection mechanisms in place. And when we start doing things differently and we start making different decisions, things start to really, really get interesting. Okay. So Amanda, the High Priestess. So this is that you're looking with a more discerning eye. You're seeing clearly. Maybe that you're seeing someone more clearly. You're seeing a situation more clearly. Possibly scales are kind of falling from your eyes. You know what I mean? You know when you get a rush of perception and you see with absolute clarity. There's no past or emotions kind of clouding it. It's just pristine truth. And that might be something that's happening for you right now. You're starting to see the truth. When you start to see the truth, lies become very obvious, you know, or untruths, I shall say. Things you believed in before now seem very wobbly, you know, and you're like, that's good. I'd shuffle, she came out again. So the High Priestess is also about knowledge, knowing everything you need to know, and knowing what other people think you don't know. So it's having this awareness of what people aren't saying, which can be very helpful. Okay, Nine of Pentacles. This is about stepping out with confidence in your abilities and in your skills. It may also mean that you want to do some work, self-employment, just really going after it. It's like you've waited long enough, and now it's like, yeah, I'm going to go on now, and I'm going to do it. Okay, so that might make sense for you. The Emperor in reverse. Look at this honk. The Emperor in reverse means that you haven't been taking full control. So it's possible that you've been putting your power, I suppose, out to other people. You've been trusting what other people are saying. You've been waiting to see what other people think. And now you're in a situation where you have the opportunity to take that power back. When you take that power back, the people, my husband, the people that are used to you asking them for help, you know, you've been making them feel wanted and puffed up. So when you take that back and you start to go, I'm fine and I figure it out by myself, they'll kind of grasp at you and kind of say, are you sure now, and whatever, and they'll try and pull you back. And then it's taking control. It's saying, no, this is how it's going to go for me now, and I'm very happy with that. Okay. All right, I'm just waiting for the next person to pop up. I hope you're all doing really well. So Maria Richards is the next one up there. Is it Maria? Yeah, Maria. Okay, which one's for Maria? These ones. Glad to hear it, Amanda. Okay, Maria. Okay, Maria, this came out in reverse, my love. So change your lifestyle. Nurture your body through communion with nature. That's the second time this has come up. And strengthen your spirit with laughter. Engage in mindful exercises like Tai Chi and Qigong. Address discomfort before it's too late. So there's something there, my love. And they want me to read this one as well. Inspire without control. If you refuse to relinquish control, which is a very strong message today, true potential may never be realized. Allow things to happen without your influence. That can be very hard. Love is realizing that the well-being of another is essential to your own. The best way to teach is to inspire through example. So just, there may be something there that you're ignoring, all right, in regards of your body and how you've been living your life. Okay, so if you've been feeling that a certain food makes you feel sluggish, or you're not sleeping enough, you're spending time with people that drain you, you're on your phone too much, you're watching TV shows that make you feel jangly and like crap, you're reading news articles that make you worried and anxious, you're talking shit about people, shit about yourself, these are all, you will get nudges consistently from spirit through your body. So like I've said before on here, I love bread, oh my God. And as I started to take the bread out of the cupboard, it started to smell off. It started to smell just off to me. And it was like, I would push through it and toast it because I love toast. And then I would just even go to pick the packet up and my whole hand would feel like, let that go, right? And so I stopped. I stopped eating bread. And other things that my body had been practically shouting at me through gallbladder pain, body pain, joint pain, just feeling like no energy. But also on the spiritual level, it was like the thing I put up last week about the 21-day challenge, no gossiping, no complaining, no criticizing. And when I started to do that, I realized how much criticism I had inside me, how much judgment I had inside me, how much complaining was active in me, you know? So there's something there that you need to look at. Your body will always tell you. Your body is your subconscious mind. So whatever is showing up in your body is a loud message that you've ignored over and over again from spirit. So Maria, spirit is trying to tell you something. And there may be other people in your life that you're pointing at them saying they should be doing this, they should be doing that. When in reality, you have to do that for yourself. You have to take care of yourself. You know what I mean? And do what you're being prompted to do. And then your example will go out ahead of you and you'll inspire others, if that makes sense. So I can see Monica said not really there, so I don't know what that is about. But that is my experience and that's all I can speak from. Okay. Okay. Okay, so did that make sense, Maria? So Erica Jorgensen is there. Erica. You're welcome, Maria. I hope it made sense, my love. Okay. So Erica, I remember soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. So again, there is this energy of when you take away all the noise in your mind, all the labels, all of the shoulds, all the things, all the roles you play, all the things you are to other people. If you take all that away, you strip it all away, what's left? What's left of you? That's the truth. Not all the labels and the roles, It's the truth, and that's what your soul is calling to at the moment, Erica, to remember who you truly are and why you truly came here. And when you strip away all of that surface stuff, what's pulsing underneath, that sometimes we cover over with all these roles, is what is waiting to come forward for you. Portal doors are opening. You decide. Rewards and wildcard. So there's something there, my love, that's being really amplified for you. Doors are opening. So energetic doors may be opening for you, Erica. You may be feeling that energy of time shifting. You're shifting. Things that bothered you don't bother you anymore. Things that upset you don't upset you anymore. Okay, there's a different vibration moving through you and around you. Baby steps, action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. There may be something you're called to do, because we have the doorway again. There may be something you're feeling a calling to do, Erica, or not to. There may be something in you spiritually that is saying, okay, we need to move through, away from this, or away from these people, or situations, or whatever. Away from habits, away from patterns. And you are moving through into that space. Okay, my love? Christina Podgorelek. Is it Christina? Yeah. Okay, so for those that are just coming on, I literally read for the person at the top of my screen, and I'm working on my phone, so the top of my screen is going to look different to yours. When I finish with that person, it's the next person up. That's the fairest way, because otherwise I'm randomly picking names, which I don't think is fair. Okay, so that's how I always work. Okay, strength. So there's a situation there where you're feeling protective of someone. There's a feeling there where you feel like you're responsible for them, or it's your job to make sure they're okay, or it's your job um, to shield them or to bring them through something. And the thing about it, Christina, is that this person is equipped with everything that they need. In some ways, and it's a challenging thing to learn as a natural healer, but in some ways we interfere with other people's progression when we try to fix them, or we try to minimize the exposure to pain, which is very normal, especially as a mother. But you need to let go of that and trust that they are guided just as you are. The Chariot is all about moving forward with focus. So even though there may be challenges ahead or obstacles ahead, they will just, they'll dissolve as you move forward. But the important thing is focusing your mind, exercising some discipline. What is it that you want? What is it that you want to do? What is it that you want to happen? Could be that you're an advocate for someone or something, and now you have to focus your attention on how you get this done in the most effective way. King of Pentacles energy is about money. Could be a benefactor. It could be someone withholding the energy from you right now, but that's only so that you step more fully into your power. I see things really changing for you. You have a very powerful voice, and you're coming out of that energy of lack, of clinging. And that's good, because it's going to open up new pathways, new people, new situations for you. Not to be in that energy of lack, but to be in that energy of release, the open hand, and knowing that you are completely provided for always, no matter what might be showing up on your path. There is always, always help available. Okay, my love, I hope that made sense. So I'm just waiting for you to phase in again so I can see your names. Okay, it's not happening. Sorry if I'm staring at you now and you're like, the names are there. Right, Ruth Byrne. Okay, Ruth. The Rose Garden. Innocence, forgiveness, be gentle with yourself. I love this card. It's like, when people talk about the power of love, this is what it looks like to me. It's just, you're completely absolved and dissolved in it. You know what I mean? Where are you holding back forgiveness, my love? Where are you still beating yourself up inside for something that you did or didn't do? Where are you beating someone else up inside by remembering all the time what they did wrong, what they said wrong, replaying things? You could have said this differently, you could have said that differently. That is a way of energetically beating yourself up. So to soften into the energy of love and forgiveness literally just means going into your heart and then thinking about someone or something that makes you feel the energy of love. And then you sit with that energy and you make it bigger, you make it stronger just by focusing on it. And then when you have that energy nice and high, you bring that energy of unforgiveness into it. You can tap it out. I have some tapping videos up. you can literally just see that situation surrounded with love. But there's something there you need to release. The grandmothers, remember your roots, perspective, trust the weavings. So this is coming out in reverse. So you're afraid. You're afraid, Ruth. You're afraid to let go. You're afraid to trust. And if you've been very hurt or you haven't received the love that you need growing up, it is very natural to be protective of yourself and to hold that energy of, I'm not going to trust you because you're going to hurt me. But what is happening right now is that spirit world, your ancestors, people that see you, people that love you, people that watch over you, want you to be free of this pain, want you to live a happy, fulfilled, joyful life. But by holding on to this, you're literally holding it to you and drawing more of the same. And this is reversed as well. The anointed, answer the call, leadership, empowerment, soul gifts. So in order to really step into your gifts, to be empowered, to be happy, to feel fulfilled in your life, you need to do this. You need to get very serious about where you're holding unforgiveness within you. And oftentimes what triggers us is the road in, you know. If we sit with something that somebody said that triggered us, or something we saw or whatever, and we sit with it, where we're not forgiving ourselves or not forgiving someone else, then really comes to the fore there. Okay, so I hope that made sense. So I'm going to do a couple more and then I'm done. So JF is at the top of my screen there. Okay, so we have death. So the symbolism behind this card is you have to let something go, JF. You have to let something fully burn away. And then what happens is new life can come in. But if you're clinging to something and you're dragging it out, or if it's already over and you're replaying it or trying to pull it back, then you're just delaying your own growth. You're delaying what wants to come in, what you've asked for, what is all there. I do hold the pattern of being hurt myself. Yeah. So just clear that out, my love. The chariot. So the chariots come up twice. So the energy of the chariot is about no matter what is ahead, right? You make up your mind and you have some discipline towards it. So something has ended now for you. You let it go. And then you decide what is it that I want to happen? Where is it that I want to go? You focus your mind on that and you do not get distracted. So that means you don't get distracted by going back and rehearsing the pain again to keep it alive. Or, rehearsing the sadness or the loneliness to keep it alive in you. You start to practice hopefulness, being happy, faith that your future is panning out absolutely perfectly. You start to practice that instead. Okay. And we have this card twice as well. This is about listening to your intuition and following that prompt. Might be to start your own business, move house, a new way of making money. It's the energy of it is trusting yourself and then going for it. Okay, so there may be something there that starts to reveal itself for you. So something might have ended, but something even more amazing is coming for you in the future if you can fully let go. And fully letting go means you don't rehearse it again. You don't carry it over again for someone new or the same person. You try to see everything fresh in the moment. You know what I mean? So you're not bringing the past into the present, if that makes sense. So I'll do one more there, just waiting for you to phase back in. Sorry, the lag is so bad. Infinity beyond. Hi there, what's next in my career? I don't know what's next in your career. Okay, infinity. These are general readings, my love. Okay. Thank you, Jacinta. Okay, infinity. Knight of Cups. So if you're talking about your career, then this is the energy of love, right? The energy of the Knight of Cups is being very in tune with your emotions, very romantic, very loving. So if this is you, then bring that energy in moving forward. So if you want to, when you're saying what's next for me in career, what is it that you want? Like, is it that you want a promotion where you are now? Is it that you want a completely different job? Do you want more money? Do you want more sort of responsibility or accolades? So this would suggest to me that you bring more love into where you are, bring more love into your job, appreciate it more, give gratitude for where you are or for what you've learned if you're moving on to the next step. But have that energy more heart-centered rather than being in your mind and thinking about what's good for you, you know, being in your heart and saying, okay, how can I serve? How can I serve through this work? You know? Five of Cups. This is the card of dwelling on disappointment and lack. So when you shift out of looking at what's gone wrong, what hasn't happened, and you shift your attention to what is going great, what has gone great, what feels open and exciting and blessed for me right now, that's when things start to really, you know, accelerate for you in the way you want. But if you're focusing on what's not going right, these people are annoying, I hate being here, I wish I was somewhere else, you'll kind of keep it locked to you. And even if you do move on, you'll find all the same things happening again. So you need to shift into more of a loving energy, and then the ideas will flow in. You know, the ideas, the new inspiration, where you're going to go next, what you're going to study next, what you're going to do next will come in. But love and gratitude is what will get you there. All right, I hope that made sense. So I'm going to go. I hope you all have a lovely morning, noon, night, wherever you are. And I appreciate you all so much for coming in. Okay, bye.